In this video, I'll be considering this computer program, which will expand the expression x plus y all squared. You can see I'm importing SymPy here, and these are the program statements that will perform the expansion. I'll move on to the next slide to show us the mathematics that is taking place before I actually discuss the computer program you're looking at here. So let's move on to the next slide. We are considering this. We've got x plus y in brackets and it's all squared. So we know we can write this out as x plus y multiplied by x plus y. Now x times x is x squared. X times y is xy. Now, as x and y are both positive, we can see we have a positive here. This plus y times the x will equal yx, but it's usual to write this down as xy because it's in alphabetical order, and you can see that coming into view now. Now, this plus y multiplying this plus y will give us plus y squared, and you can see that coming into view. We can simplify this by writing x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. And of course, this 2xy comes from the fact that we've added these two up here to give us the 2xy. So we can see when we expand this, we end up with this expression. Now I'm going to turn my attention to this computer program to see if it gives me the same result as I have here. And I'll do that on the next slide. Here you can see I've enlarged the program so we can easily view it on the screen. There are various ways to import SymPy to be used within the Python programming language, and I'll show you the other ways eventually, but here you can see I've used import SymPy as SP, and SP will now act as an alias throughout the program, allowing us to use the facilities of SymPy. Now this line is using the facilities of SymPy because you can see here I've got SP, which informs me straight away that I'm dealing with SymPy because of the way in which I've done the import here, which makes SP the alias. Now this part of the line, because of this dot notation, is going to invoke this symbol. Now symbol is a class defined in SymPy, and what it's capable of doing is creating an instance of the symbol class. In other words, it is going to create a symbol to be used in the mathematics that follow in this program. And the symbol it's going to be using is defined by the passing in of this string x. So I am wanting x to be the symbolic variable used in the mathematics. So you can see when this executes, I end up assigning it to x because we need to get at what this has created. And it seems sensible to assign it to x because it is now known by x in the computer program. So x indeed is an object reference to the symbol object. In other words, to the symbol which I want to use in the mathematics, which is defined by this string. Now, I could have made this x any other name. I could have called it Fred Blogs, which would be clearly silly. So it seems sensible, if you're wanting x to be the symbol, you may as well assign this to x, because x is the object reference to what this has created, which is a symbolic variable that SymPy will give us when we write programs. Of course, we can see that this slide is more or less identical to the one above, except here we're creating a symbol that's going to be known by y. we create the expression on this line, and this is the expression, and it's x plus y raised to the power 2. And if you refer to the mathematics, this is the expression that's coming into view now. So this and this mean the same thing, except here, this is how we write it out in a computer program, and this is how we write it out when we do handwritten mathematics. In the code, we can see that this expression is assigned to a variable I've decided to call expression. Now, this variable is going to be an instance of the power class. So this expression here becomes a symbolic expression containing two variables, x and y, where x and y are both symbolic. More accurately, this expression is an example of an object reference. It points to the SymPy expression, where the SymPy expression is an object. And because this is effectively an object, it can invoke methods, and that's what's shown on this line. Now this is dot notation, and it is informing us that this expand method, which was defined in SymPy, will act upon this expression, which is what we created here, and this will effectively cause this expression to be expanded. And whatever this expands it to will be assigned to the variable that I've called expanded. Now it should be pointed out that this expression is not altered because it is an immutable object, which means it cannot be changed. But what this has done, it's created a different expression that doesn't look like this. It looks like the one we did in the maths at the beginning of this video, and it is given through the assignment statement to this. So this now holds the new expanded expression. And of course, this line will now print out that expression, and you can see it coming into view now. And you can see that this is x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. And you should be able to relate it to the hand calculated mathematics that I showed at the beginning of this video, and that is coming into view now. And you can see that that is x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. So to summarize, we import SymPy. These two lines create the symbols that we're going to use in the mathematics, and the expression is declared on this line, and then we can use this expand method to expand this expression in the same way as I did it when I did the hand calculated mathematics near the beginning of the video, and then we printed it out, and you get this, which is x squared plus 2xy plus y squared.